Hey everyone, this is Mark from the corporate office in HR. Just want to talk to you about your benefits for the 2019 and 2020 year. Got a few changes we just want to make you aware of. And most importantly, we want you to know if you have any questions about any of your benefits, you can always call us here in HR and we'll try to help you out. First, we'll talk about our health plan. In the past, we've offered 3 different health plans through Blue Cross Blue Shield. That will remain the same for 2019 and 2020. We will continue offering the same 3 plans that we have been offering. The first plan is the HSA plan, or the Health Savings Account plan, and that is our least expensive of the 3 plans. And that plan is very popular by some people because it gives you the ability to have a health savings account. It does have a very high deductible, but you cover that with your health savings account. So some people like that because it has a lower payroll deduction and they can save money through their health savings account tax-free, and they can actually use that money for health products and health visits and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, check that out during your enrollment process. The next plan that we're going to talk about is the 123 plan through Blue Cross, and that is our most popular plan to have. Most of our employees are on that one. It's our best value, offers the best coverage of our plans. And like I said, most people have that one. And we'll talk a little bit more about that one in a few minutes. And we do offer the traditional PPO plan, which we have for a long time now. People who elect this plan typically do so because they go to a specialist on a regular basis. And with this particular plan, you have a copay for the specialist versus the other 2 plans where you have to meet a deductible before it covers anything under a specialist. So we try to offer some plans that give you some flexibility and some options depending on what your needs are. But I want to assure you, we work very hard to provide you with great coverage for the lowest price possible. So let's talk about some of the changes dealing with our health plans. As we know, the cost of healthcare continues to rise, and we really don't see that stopping anytime soon. And we did have some increases on our health plan this year. And so you will see a slight increase in your payroll deductions on your health insurance. However, the company has absorbed the majority of the increase for you. And so you can thank Judson Pope for that. We really appreciate that. Again, our goal is to try to keep it as low cost as we possibly can. We did make some other minor changes to the 123 plan. One of which is that the deductible has gone from $1,000 to $1,500, and the maximum out-of-pocket is now $4,000 instead of $3,000 for individual coverage. And so we did those changes so that we could help keep the cost down as much as possible and have as least impact to you as we possibly could. One change we do not care for on our health plans this year is something that we had no control over, which is the vision coverage. If you recall, if you had our Blue Cross plans previously, you could go to the eye doctor and get an annual vision exam covered by Blue Cross, and they no longer cover that. But the good news is that last year we rolled out a full-blown vision plan through Superior Vision, and that particular vision plan is very low cost. And if you do not have vision coverage and would like to do so, make sure you check that out while you are doing your enrollment, and I think you'll be very happy with that product. Let's talk about some of our other plans real quick. Our dental plan will remain the same. We offer the 2 plans we had previously, which is a base plan and a buy-up plan. Again, we give you the option so you can choose which plan works better for you. And you can look at the cost on that and what each one of those covers when you're going through enrollment. There is a slight increase in the premiums this year. It won't hardly be noticeable, but it is 1%. So that is an increase we had on our dental. We also offer life insurance coverage. And the great thing about that is that we give you $15,000 in coverage free of charge. It doesn't cost you anything. And then if you elect Blue Cross Blue Shield, they add an additional $20,000 of life insurance to you. So essentially, if you have Blue Cross Blue Shield, you have $35,000 in life insurance at no extra cost. Now, that may not be enough life insurance for you, and we offer the option to enroll in optional life insurance. And you'll see that when you're going through the enrollment process. Just a couple things on some of the other lines of coverage. We do offer disability, both short and long term. This year we do have a new vendor. Cigna is replacing Lincoln. And for those of you who already have disability, either long or short term or both, you won't see any change there other than the vendor. We feel like Cigna is going to be a better partner for us, and you shouldn't see any major changes there other than the name as far as what's on your stub. We offer a whole host of other insurance options under our specified disease and accident, and there are many options under that particular line of coverage. And again, Cigna will be replacing our former vendor, Colonial, for that. But it's basically the same coverage as we had before and very, very similar pricing. So we're very proud to bring Cigna on board this year for those lines of coverage, and we do feel like they will do a good job. So what can you do to help keep the cost down? That's really important because we all have skin in the game here. The number one thing you can do is make sure that you have a primary care physician, okay? If you have a primary care physician, this means that you can stay out of the emergency room and out of urgent care facilities when you need to go to the doctor, because if you visit those facilities, it's very expensive for you and to the health plan. Now, the good thing about it is that we want you to get your physical every single year. And we're not talking about a DOT physical here. We want you to go to your doctor and get a full-blown physical. We will be offering a credit to your premiums like last year if you get a physical and turn in the paperwork showing that you had a physical. So make sure you take an opportunity. If you don't have a primary care doctor, get one and get a physical. That's a great opportunity to find a primary care physician. And then when you get sick, you'll have that doctor to go to if you need that later on during the year. One thing we did learn this past year is that with pharmacies and prescriptions, you now can ask the pharmacist if there's a better deal available for you for any prescription that you are written. In the past, there was what they call a gag clause, specifically in North Carolina, to where pharmacists could not talk about the cost of what the prescription medications were, and they couldn't tell you if there was a better deal. Now they can. So a good way to save yourself some money and the plan some money is when you get a prescription and you go to the pharmacy, say, hey, am I getting the best price that's out there? And sometimes they actually may recommend a generic or potentially another medication that will do the same thing at a lower cost. So take that advice into consideration when you're going to the pharmacy. Also, we encourage you to be healthy. You know, if you're smoking, stop smoking. And if you are in the Blue Cross Blue Shield plan, they offer a smoking cessation program. And so they will actually help you with your effort in stopping smoking if you want to do that. We encourage you to do so. Make sure you're exercising and maintaining a healthy body weight. That's really, really important. And probably the most important thing is do what a doctor tells you. So many times we have employees that go to their doctor and they get prescribed a medication and the employee does not take it like they should. And that does not do anybody any good. And you end up getting sick later on or getting worse off. So again, do what a doctor tells you to do. Finally, if you have any questions while you're going through enrollment, we're here to help you. And we know there's a lot of options to choose from, and some of that may be overwhelming. But if you have any questions, we're right here for you, and we appreciate your time today.